It's no secret that Gameloft is actively trying to kill Asphalt 8 with every new update they release. They've done numerous things to ward away players and make the game more pay to win, including, but definitely not limited to, these things on screen that I'm not going to go through because it's enough to be a whole video on its own. But the question still remains. Why? First, I'll go over what the community, or at least what's left of it, generally thinks is the reason. The first obvious reason is pretty simple, and can be spelled out with 5 letters. But that can't be the only reason, right? If they wanted more money, then they could have easily made the game more profitable by making it more appealing to players. You might make more money in the short term by adding thick paywalls in your game, but sooner or later, your players will realize that they aren't getting much from the money spent. Or maybe not. I'm not a financial expert. I don't know the ins and outs of mobile game monetization. But what I do know is that interest in this game has been dropping significantly over the past few years. Now, I'm not saying that this decrease in interest has led to a decrease in revenue for Gameloft from this game, but yeah, I think the statistics speak for themselves. That is, unless more players are spending their entire life savings on this game, which I find highly unlikely. The next reason is that they're killing the game on purpose so that more players will move to another game that you may have heard of, which is, the next installment in the entire Asphalt series. But if they wanted to do that, they could have done it much more effectively if they just shut down the Asphalt 8 servers. But, as you may have already noticed, they haven't done that yet. It's been over 2 years and Asphalt 8 is still up and running. If this is their sole purpose for killing Asphalt 8, then they're doing it pretty ineffectively. The final reason ties into my first, is that they're trying to milk as much money out of the game before they finally decide to shut down the servers. I personally think this is the most probable reason, but I still don't think it makes much sense. First of all, I don't think they've been very successful in milking the game. It all goes back to the point I made about the decrease in interest in the game overall. I'd imagine a much smaller player base wouldn't really help with the overall revenue of the game. Also, why have they been doing this for so long? And when are they going to actually shut down the servers? Again, they've been at this for over 2 years, and I doubt that the servers will get shut down anytime soon. So, what do I think? Well, I don't really know. Maybe it's a combination of all of these. Maybe it's just that Gameloft is incredibly greedy, or maybe it's that the developers are grossly incompetent. However, all of these theories have holes in them. You may never know the true reason for Gameloft's actions. But none of this answers the video's main question. I think Gameloft is going to keep updating this game for at least the next 3 years. It probably will keep becoming more and more pay to win, but the servers will stay up and the game will still receive updates. And here's why. My first reason is that Asphalt 8 has already lasted so long. Many people had predicted that the game would be shut down after Asphalt 9 released, or at the end of 2018, or even at the end of 2019. And I would say that their predictions probably would have made sense, but for some reason, the game is still alive, albeit with a much smaller player base than before. There's got to be a reason why Gameloft still decides to keep the game running after all this time, and I don't think this reason will be changing anytime soon. Maybe updates will stop when the player base drops to absolute zero, but I highly doubt that'll happen anytime soon. Unless they literally make the game pay to play, there will always be whales who support the game and keep it running. My second reason is that despite the game becoming more and more of a dumpster fire, it is still something special and unique that you won't find anywhere else for many players. This is probably why the game still has so many active players after all this time. The closest game to Asphalt 8 would probably be Asphalt 9 or previous Asphalt titles, but they all have their own downsides. For many players, Asphalt 9 is practically unplayable because of the device requirements, and the driving just doesn't feel as good as in Asphalt 8. As for previous Asphalt titles, it could be argued that they feel too old and clunky. The driving in Asphalt 8 just feels best for many players, and they won't leave because of it. These are the players that will keep the game alive. My final reason is that there is still so much opportunity and chances for Gameloft to suck more money out of this game. There's so many cards that can be brought back in R&Ds and championships, or even festivals, which would have the potential to bring a lot of money to Gameloft. This game has been around for so long and has had so many cards added that I think that it would be a waste of money to just shut down the servers. And I think Gameloft knows this. That's all I have to say. If you have your own ideas and theories, then I'd be happy to read them in the comments section. See ya. Oh yeah, and this part of the video is not scripted. When this video gets uploaded, something will be starting, and I would prefer to focus on that more in real life than my YouTube channel. So I may or may not be uploading a lot less, and I will not upload weekly like I used to. So yeah, sorry about that. I probably will still keep uploading, but I don't know. It's just going to be less frequent. See ya.